Okay, sorry. I took a long nap today from like, I don't even remember when I started. I didn't even eat today. I just kind of sat down and I just woke up like maybe not even 20 minutes ago. I went out to the kitchen, I looked in the fridge, realized I'd have to cook something, said fuck that, came back and I said, oh yeah, I was supposed to stream Metroid technically yesterday. So now here I am technically tomorrow streaming Metroid. Although today is really tomorrow and today's also yesterday, so it's one of those weird times of day. Metroid Fusion, like I said, I promised I'd do Metroid Fusion. Haven't played it in a while. And then tomorrow is Mario. I don't know why that sentence in my head merged like the last couple of ones. Jeez, man. Yeah, no worries, Ash. Take it easy. This is I have been playing Animal Crossing, however. That's something I have been doing. So this Saturday, when we have our Animal Crossing stream, there'll be a lot of cool stuff to show off, I guess, maybe. Actually, when's the daily reset? 5 a.m. Oh, well, whatever. I'm also going to be streaming Final Fantasy. Hell, I might even be up at 3 o'clock. So if I'm up at 3 o'clock and we're done with Metroid, I'm just going to go ahead and take the stream down. And if I come back, shit, I might even do the raids this early so I can be fucking done. Raid with people who are like ultimate legends and shit. Or, no, perfect legends, I should say. Because perfect legends are good at Shadowbringers instead of Stormblood. So anyway, let me, oh Christ. Let me boot up the Wii U, because that's what we'll be using tonight. Is this controller dead? Am I fucked? Oh my god, I didn't charge the controller and it's dead. Are you serious? That's almost tragic. Almost. Because I don't think I have a USB Type-A wire anywhere around here. Whoops. Good God, I'm such an idiot. And I never have one of the. I never have any of the USB wires I need around, just in general, to use ever. Hold on. God, how frustrating this is. Oh, this is actually the good part. There's like 3 songs in this track that I really like, and this is one of them. This is like number 2 on the power level chart. I know I have a PS3 controller that's like wrapped around the wire I use to play with it, but I don't think I'm gonna find it, and that kind of frustrates the shit out of me. Oh, no, never mind. I got it to work. I guess for the Wii U, you can't boot it using anything besides the actual gamepad, which is also kind of dumb, but I'm not going to get into that. Man, I hate the Wii U sometimes, but I also love it too. Welcome, Honeydew. Thanks for stopping by, even just for a little bit. Here we go. I got a lot of games on here that I definitely need to play more of. It's just I've been so busy playing literally everything else under the sun. It's been one of those very adventurous times. Hell, I don't even remember when the last time I played this was. I have to check the save load? What is it? The quick save. Are you serious? It was only February? Holy shit. Alright. Cool. I'll play it once now, and then I'll play it probably once by the end of the year, and then I'm never playing it again. That'll be pretty cool. I'm just chilling on Animal Crossing? Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Probably do this again. I don't know what the difference between start over and deleting your save data is. Oh my god. This is the worst part of Metroid Fusion. Unironically, this is actually the worst part of the game. Having to sit through and button mash your way through the opening is just a colossal fucking nightmare. You can't skip it, no. You just have to wait. Alright, is this... Where is this actually? Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna use this. I'm not sitting through that opening. Sorry. I love it. It's one of my favorite games. I'm already late to this stream. Am I having to sit there checking if the software can be played? Are you a digital owner for Animal Crossing? Which I see why people are digital owners for Animal Crossing, having played it today for the first time off stream. I see why people are digital owners, or would be. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it again. Like I always say, this game is not that hard. It's just getting used to it. I do want to do maybe WoW Classic streams, but I think yesterday or whenever I streamed last time, somebody said that would be a bad idea. And you know what? It probably would be. WoW Classic is a pretty boring game. Having gotten a character just barely to level 12 and the time it would have taken me to get a character to like level 30 or 40 in current WoW, it's a very, 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 very slow burn. And honestly, I would prefer to play Burning Crusade, because at least then I could get a paladin going on the Horde. Like, I don't blame some of the contemporary decisions of World of Warcraft, honestly. A lot of it are questionable, or I wouldn't even say game ruining. It's just a lot of it are really, like, interesting plot decisions. Well, yeah, plot and gameplay. Like, I'm tired. One thing I hate about WoW, and there's stuff I don't like about Final Fantasy, but one of the things I hate about World of Warcraft is that they really like to abuse the whole, hey, we took an area that already existed, and now to go back in time to the old version, you have to talk to some random lady. And I'm not a fan of that, really. Like, I get it's within the lore, that's one of the Keepers of Time dragons, just, I don't like it. It doesn't feel as lazy because obviously the areas have been completely redone. It's just, I would prefer not to do that. Like, WoW's story is already disjointed enough if for on a character-by-character basis. Like, you could skip so much of the story, which unlike Final Fantasy, you can't. And I actually kind of prefer that with Final Fantasy. Having a centralized story does wonders for the character development. It does wonders for the universe. It does a lot of good stuff, in my opinion. Because with WoW, especially now that they just want to push you from expansion to expansion, like, you don't really ever get to experience half of these areas anymore unless you're already over-leveled or insanely curious. Yes, I brought Battle for Azeroth and Shadowlands, and I guess I'm playing it with no one. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Shadowlands at least looks like it's going to be interesting, but I have 2 characters I want to get to 120 before it comes out. I'm just going to get them to 120 and then call it, because I'm not here to play Shadowlands all fucking day. It gets a little bit too ridiculous. One of them I've had since 6th grade. It's pretty crazy, actually. WoW has literally been out that long. If I had made a character in 14, I think you could import them from 1.0 to 2.0. And you get like a special tattoo or something, I don't know. I miss the good old days of playing, like, WoW was cool back in the day. Fun fact, don't enter these rooms now, you can never enter them, because you only come here twice in the game. I mean, maybe you could come here later, but it's only mandatory to come to this part of the game twice. I think I put it on trigger. Man, I wish you could play Metroid Prime, the good version, without the Wiimote. As much as I love the Wiimote control, it would be awesome to be able to play Metroid Prime using a button to jump. I guess those Nintendo Mario 64 things are never coming, or the Mario remasters aren't coming out. That was fake news, wasn't it? Bro, someone getting left on the island, and now my eye is back to being stung. Oh, somebody left the island. Oh, jeez. Don't you have to tell them they can leave before they leave, or do they just automatically leave and you just have a grace period to stop them? I mean, that's why I try to check in with everyone. Oh shit, I should be able to count better than that. That's why I try to check in with everyone just once every couple of days. It helps when they're not in the museum, because the museum is a large place. I really kind of wish the game would let you, like, find your friends. They can leave by pressing minus and leaving? Oh, you mean humans. I thought you meant the animals. Okay, my bad. I was confused for a minute. I think you can come to this save room. There's no real reason to, well, there is a reason to save here. It's just, when you play a game this much, I mean, after a certain point, all the lessons kind of start to blur together. Is my sound delayed? I think it is by just like half a second. I don't know why that bothers me as much as it does. Oh shit. Yeah, it was only noticeable for that one sound effect. Alright. I always say the same thing I ever fucking say with this game. I don't know how I figured out that this was a thing. Man, I wish this game would get the Samus Returns treatment. If only Nintendo remembered they have other franchises besides, like, Pokemon and Mario. Oh, fuck. That was actually faster than I remembered. Okay, I got it. Probably should just shoot him. Because I think I need, what, at least 3 missiles for the 4X. I'm really rusty. I haven't played this game in a couple of months. Holy shit. This used to be like a regular stream game. This was like every week. Not every week, like once a month. I need to eventually get back to actually playing old games from my childhood. That's why I think we're going to do Wind Waker, and I'll probably play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon too. Well, no, not the sequel. Just Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well. Of which I already own Blue Rescue Team on this. It's like one of the few games I actually could have done a playthrough on because it's turn-based. You can't really do a playthrough on Prime Hunters because it's not turn-based. It's an active time shooter with real platforming elements. As much as I love Metroid Fusion, I'm sorry, as much as I love Prime Hunters, and I thought back in the day, having online multiplayer, like, what was it, 2v2 or 4-man free-for-all? That shit was cool as hell, man. It's never coming back, though. That was like, the DS era was like the perfect element of having real gameplay and having, like, you know, touchpad gimmick stuff. And it's just never coming back. Can you get anything from here now? Yes, you can. I think you can maybe reach the hole up there. No, you can't. Not now. You need screw attack to get what's in there anyway. Someday I gotta look at a map for where all the stuff is, just to like 100% the game. That would be pretty cool. And I could have done it at any point in the last almost 20 years, because when this game is 20 years old, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to feel really sad that a game I remember playing when I was like 6, and I was 7, it's now 20 years old. And that's coming up. That tsunami of feels is coming up in literally the next, like, 2 years. Less than, actually. No, this game came out in August, so it's coming out. It's coming up in, like, almost 2 years. Because August is always the month that Metroid gets released, which means we're definitely not getting a new one this year, and we're probably not getting a new one next year. But, you know, if they want to milk you on Pokemon, they're going to get your ass. So disappointing. So horrible. Never got another Wario World. I thought that was going to be the start of a new... It's crazy how, as a kid, I guess everyone goes through this. It's crazy how, as a kid, all these game companies do all this cool shit. And you're like, yeah, this will be great. They're going to do so much more of it. And they never do. It's just a scheme. It's a scheme to rope you in on empty promises and broken dreams, and then never do anything with it, ever. Life is truly misery. I mean, some fan bases made out. I still think the worst fan base by far is F-Zero. The only fan base that made out was Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem actually got straight fired and is now completely revived as a franchise. And I don't think they're going to stop for a long time, and they shouldn't, because it's clear they have the ability to tell a strong story with a lot of good characters. And I love them. I did not think I would get back into Fire Emblem the way I have. To the point that I'd argue one game it is my game of the year. I time travel, is that bad in any way? No. I just prefer not to if I can. But I'm not gonna lie, some of the annoying stuff in that game makes me want to time travel, so I will. Especially for the art. Next time Red shows up, I'm time traveling. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not waiting around for 8 years for Red to show up enough times. Especially since you can only buy one piece a day. If you could buy multiple pieces a day, maybe I would still say time travel because they could be fake, but at least I'd be like, alright, you could have maybe 2 fakes, 3 fakes, or no fakes, and you could just grab whatever. It's kind of dumb to... It's one of those things that makes you play the game a whole bunch. I didn't realize I get stuck on that. There you go. Animal Crossing survived, but Animal Crossing never really went away. They had like one Animal Crossing per system. What I really like is for the next Nintendo console to, Oh, hey, Crispy, what's good? This is Metroid Fusion. It's 2002 for the Game Boy Advance. And I played it since I was a kid, and I always fucking stream this game. Oh my god, I'm getting really bad RNG right now. This was the one before Zero Mission. Zero Mission came after this with that crazy art style. And yes, it is a very cool game. I was never really big into those. Yeah, it came out, I think, around the same time as Metroid Prime. Roughly. They were both 2002, yes, because there was a time when Nintendo would release 2 Metroid games in a year instead of 0 and not talking about it ever. I'm salty about that, yes. I'm really salty at Nintendo for a lot of shit. Oh my god, I always fall for that stupidity. 2005 for Metroid was popping. I think that was when Prime Hunters came out. It might have been 2006, but I know they had showed it off, and Metroid Prime 2 was like the mecca of Metroid Prime games. It was insane how much stuff there was in Metroid Prime 2. That game was considered incredibly difficult when it came out. It was like, and I hate to use the meme, the Dark Souls of Metroid games. It is a very difficult game on the GameCube. By the first one, do you mean Metroid 1, like on the NES? Because if so, Jesus, man, that game is annoying. I can only run it through with a... Jeez. I have to run that game with cheats, or with the, what is it, the in-game... The passcodes that unlock everything, because it's a boomer game. So passcodes let you basically cheat the game. I don't have the patience to deal with it. I would either need to heavily save state the game, or I would need to cheat, which I would just rather cheat and have fun. Zero Mission I can tolerate. It is a boomer game. Like OG Zelda, it's a boomer game. There you go. Nope, I messed up the trick. There you go. Hey, but I like it. I like this franchise. This franchise is almost fucking dead sometimes. And it pains me because I love it so much. I think it's one of the most creative ones they have in Nintendo. Oh shit. It's totally not even looking. That would have cleared it already. Wow, okay, never mind. The game just wants to be nice. I definitely recommend... Oh, well, shit. Do you have a Wii U? If you don't have a Wii U, playing this is going to be a little bit harder unless you want to emulate it. Which, normally I'm not a fan of emulation. I'm not going to go fucking secret police on people. But since Nintendo refuses to just flat out release this shit on everything else, it's on the DS if you were an ambassador of the Nintendo 3DS. Which basically means you bought it when it was a piece of shit and no one had a reason to buy it before all the games came out. And the only thing to play on it was old DS games and maybe like one 3DS game. Then you could buy it and play it. And you get it for free. You got this and like Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, the whole laundry list of fucking good games from my childhood that I'll never get on the 3DS. Not even to this day when it's a dead console. So honestly, when you get to that point, I kind of don't blame people for fucking jailbreaking it, because I would have bought that shit the day it came out. This game on the 3DS, I probably would never stream it again, because I would just be playing it on my GBA or my 3DS. And that's why I don't get why they don't make the 3DS a literal virtual console. Because that's what the Wii U became, and that's the one thing I love about it. What am I playing on now? This is the Wii U. This is the Wii U. Oh crap, can I do the thing? Yes. Oh shit. Wii U has so many good virtual console games. And that's why there's so many I still have yet to buy on it. I bought a ton and I still have more. And that's the crazy part. I don't even think there's a boss coming up. That was the boss. We're done now. Zero Mission is a lot more work though. That post game was kind of ridiculous. I had a regular Wii. Yeah, and that's one of the problems with the Wii U, is that it was named the Wii. It should have been named literally anything else. Because a lot of people say, Wii U, I already have a Wii. What do I need that for? When it's literally an entirely different console. Oh shit. Okay. It's fine. They were really fucking dumb for that. They were really, really, really dumb for that. I mean, you could say, like, the PlayStation logic kind of applies, right? Like, PlayStation always has the same name console. But I feel like having the consoles look so similar, because no Sony console looks that similar, with such a similar name was just a massive mistake. And it's not like you had multi-plats. How many times have I beaten this game? We're not going to count that. Streaming it? I probably streamed and played this game on my channels for more than any other game I've ever played. I'm hoping to beat this before Weekly Reset starts so I can stream Final Fantasy while I'm still awake. Weekly Reset is at what? 4 now? Right? Because it's spring ahead, fall back? Yeah, Weekly Reset's at 4, and then I think the daily reset is at 11? This is not speedrunning. If you've ever... Speedrunning in this game is crazy. This is me... This is like 7-year-old me running through this game again. Which brings back good fond memories of when I was a kid. I say that like it was any... It's reasonably long ago now by kid standards, I guess. But by old boomer standards, like, which I'm going to be a boomer in 5 years. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, you still play video games, you piece of shit? You're like 30. And I will be a 30-year-old walking out of GameStop with a copy of Kirby. Yes. I'm looking very much forward to that. That'll be a great time in my life. Oh, what a nightmare. I mean, if I'm going to walk out of GameStop with a very, very... Yeah, oh yeah, the least reliable part of that fantasy, or the least realistic part of that fantasy, is that GameStop will be around in 5 more years. I mean, they haven't gone out of business yet, right? They are probably on fumes, praying that they're still around to sell those consoles, because those consoles is primarily the one thing that people like to get from GameStop. I still think that maybe not the biggest chunk of it, but the largest chunk is that people are afraid of having their consoles delivered by Amazon. And that's not a slight at Amazon. I just think that there's a very big difference between delivering consoles and you picking it up and ensuring it gets home safely. That's maybe me substituting a little bit. These things do a lot of damage, by the way. I hate that. But I think to some degree, it is kind of paranoia that you'll order it from Amazon and the thing will be fucked up. Because my friend ordered Ghost of Tsushima, and they lost his special edition. And they didn't have any more in, right? Like, it was a pre-order, so he didn't have it. He still doesn't have it. The game is going to be 2 weeks old this coming week, this Friday, and he still does not have the game because Amazon lost it. Now, thankfully, what they did is they said, hey, buy one of the scalper versions for like $180 and we'll refund you the difference. And I guess they have. I digitally purchase? I would. I mean, in a few generations, you won't even be able to purchase physically, I feel. I mean, look at how much they're pushing for you to digitally download everything. I mean, Steam has been doing it for ages. I know Sony and Microsoft are basically saying if you don't have a console, or you don't have an internet connection, by the way, nice Elgato Flash. If you don't have an internet connection, go fuck yourself. I could totally see that being a thing. It still hasn't come back. It came back on the stream first before it came back to my monitor. Holy fuck. It's still not back. Thank you. That's getting real old real fast. I digitally purchase when there's no other option. So like, I mean, this game I own physically, right? But cartridges get worn out. And that might be one of the saddest statements I've ever made in my life. That hurts me on like a spiritual level, honestly. I think you need bombs to do this room. Shit hurts, man. Hurts being old and seeing all the games that were literally state-of-the-art back when they came out become super ancient and irrelevant, and all kids want to play are Animal Crossing. Feels bad, man. I scraped my knee because I was walking on rocks and tripped. Stupid me. Was it? Oh, I guess in real life. Oh shit. Fuck this thing. Okay, I killed it. Okay. Yeah, be careful with that. Rocks are not fun to walk on. If I do order a physical console or game or console, I go to the store to pick it up. Yeah, that's what I do. I used to do the thing called the GameStop run, where I would walk a mile or two to my nearest GameStop. It was good exercise, and come back. Of course, that doesn't offset, you know, me sitting around for the rest of the day, but I could at least pretend that, like, you know, it was kind of a fun thing to do. And I would go there, and the people at that GameStop would know me by name, and it was such a good shopping experience. And there was one cashier who really used to know me, and we were really cool. Like, I would stay around and talk for like 20, 30 minutes just about whatever games are coming out and what I'm going to pre-order. I mean, obviously on some level, right, like I'm driving up their pre-order sales. But on another level, it was at least nice to, you know, if you really want to be that negative about it, pretend like they cared. Because it's nice to be able to go to a store. Like, what am I going to talk to from anyone from Amazon at all about anything ever? Hey man, you see how quickly I pre-ordered that? Amazon is all digital. There's no personal interaction. And I'm not a powerhouse of extroverted, you know, socializing, but at least I like talking about people with games. That's the one thing I never really could do as a kid, was have people who were as big into video games as I was. My God, what a curse that is now. What a timeline we live in, as I always say. Got it. Some of this is admittedly easier to do on a Game Boy Advance D-pad. But yeah, since I have my Game Boy Advance player hooked up to my GameCube, there's a lot of games I want to play on that. But I want to do like legit playthroughs on. Oh shit, okay. I want to do legitimate playthroughs on them. You can skip that guy, actually. This is the only place that matters. You don't even need to fight this blue one. You just need to do this. I forget if he crawls down that hole, though. Does he? No, he should turn around, yeah. can actually do this. There's a lot of rocks in Central Park I've hurt myself on. Rocks are your friend. When you grow them at a person. Oh, when you throw them. I would never throw a rock at somebody. That is like a felony assault charge waiting to happen. They'll find a way to element it, escalate it to deadly weapon. Wow, that was weird. I was like moonwalking. You don't go on the bottom. You don't actually need to go in any of this. Oh, come on. Oh my god, forget it. I'm not gonna die to this thing. It's ridiculous. That's a little unreasonable. He actually didn't shoot any of those barbs because he was off screen, which is pretty crazy. Alright. Do I need... No, I don't need to save for this. That will be famous last words. I'm going to save before Nightmare, and I'm going to save before Yakuza. Because there is a boss in this game called Yakuza. Don't know why. It's a big floating spider, too. I don't know why. Oh, shit. Should probably stand here so I don't hit my head on the ceiling. This fucking move, come on. I think the only boss that can really give you trouble is Ceres, because Ceres is kind of obnoxious to try to kill. If you're not in like a good position, Ceres can do a lot of damage to you. Oh, come on. Jeez, man. Which is ironic, because Ceres is like one of the cooler bosses in this game, because it moves so fast. I do kind of want to do a WoW Classic stream. What am I really going to even do the whole stream? Bitch about how much faster it is in normal WoW? Which is unironically the truth. Everything in that game is slow. That's why it's like a game made in 2004. He really hit like the back of my head. Jeez, man. Alright, done. Imagine this, you are on a couch watching TV, see a robber break in. What do you do? They are holding a weapon? It depends what weapon. First of all, them breaking into my house will be a very interesting story, which if I'm going to survive, heads are going to roll. And, so knowing that, I won't survive. It's just that simple. So my answer to your question is die. I actually used to have a weapon in my room for reasons I'm not going to get into. It was a legal weapon, mind you. I'm not confessing to a crime here. It was a thing that I could use. Can he hear you in this? No, he can't. See, this was way tenser on the Game Boy Advance, but on the Wii U, you can see all the stuff behind the curtain. Okay. Yeah, these things bolt very quickly, and they become a real pain in the ass later. Sector 2, when you return, is, in my opinion, one of the hardest parts of the game. It's not even necessarily the boss, if you know the boss pattern. It's just that it becomes a very obnoxious time of the game to try to kill everything. I've never gotten really glitched out by these pillars like that before. Oh, shit. I have an alarm system, a 100-pound dog, and a gun. Yeah, you see, I wish I could be you, honestly. Is this a bomb? Yes, it is, and you can do this. I remember this. What? What the fuck just happened to my computer? That was interesting. My entire computer flashed. I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, that he fucked up. I wish I could be you. New York City is unfortunately not a very great place. And of course somebody will, and New Yorkers will never admit to that either. New Yorkers are some of the most fucked up people I know. I'm not getting in, you know what? Actually, I will get into it. They like to tout everyone else who lives outside of, like, the cities as being really dumb. New Yorkers are some of the most dumbest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And I've lived here my whole life to say that you all, like, most of them are fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid and they're awful people. I stand by that. I got a lot of good stories that I'm not going to share on the Twitch stream. I'll share them on YouTube, maybe. I'll share them on my election stream this November, because I'm going to have an election stream, and it's not going to be on YouTube, and it's not going to be on Twitch. That's all I'm going to say. I'll send out the link in the Discord, and maybe on one stream prior, and that is it. I refuse to associate that with Twitch and YouTube, and I'm deleting it afterwards. It's going to be fucking lit. I'm going to have so much fun. There's another room like this later in the game. I always forget which one comes first. I played this game so much, I forget which one is where, honestly. New Yorkers, man, right? Is it this one? No, it's right here. Here we go. It might be faster just to run around, but whatever. But yeah, the hardest parts of this game are I didn't mean to stop on that. Are the ending, Sector 5, because of the Nightmare boss. Sector 2, just because it's a lot of damage, and if you don't have a lot of pickups by that point, you're kind of screwed. Or it would just be difficult, I guess. It's more challenging. I'm trying to think, what else? I mean, this is not a very hard game. I mean, even Wind Waker on Hero Mode isn't hard, it's just that at the start of the game you can't get any potions. If you could get a potion at the start of Wind Waker Hero Mode, it would not be that difficult. If there was a source of potions, it's because they didn't rebalance the game to facilitate you having no potions. And I did it once, and I kind of want to do it again. I don't know if I want to do it now, though, because I played it back in 2016. I ran Wind Waker Hero Mode. Of anything, it would be better for me to run Twilight Princess Hero Mode, which is more appropriately balanced, I feel. Well, I haven't done it yet, so I guess I shouldn't say anything, right? Okay, very nice. So, I mean, I want a Metroid game that is completely open world. That's what I really want. So that way you actually feel like you can explore and get different power-ups, because Castlevania actually, in my opinion, does it better. The only Metroid game that really does it really well is Super Metroid, but you kind of have to run some amount of exploits to do it. Or it's not really like exploits, it's like weird shit that's completely not developer intended, but also they probably figured it out and were like, yeah, we'll keep it in. And I'm not a huge fan of Super Metroid. Plus, the music of this zone is bumping. I love it. This era of Nintendo games was so good. And it's so routinely looked over in favor of the market-saturated Wii games. And god damn it, I fall for that every time. And, like, the boomer nostalgia generation of, hey, I'm Mario 64, guys. Which, by the way, L is real. Luigi is legitimately in Mario 64. That's not a meme. They confirmed it. I feel like they found it out ages ago. They just waited for it to be 24 years and 1 month after the game launched first, before they came out and were like, yeah, by the way, L is real. I feel like whoever it is that knew about it ages ago. And they were just like, oh, wouldn't it be great? And I wonder if it's like the biggest long con in like gaming history. How did I hit the first one and not the second, third, and fourth? Is save room? Yes, it is. Should I save before Ceres? Oh shit, is that blood on the fence? I didn't know this game had blood in it. And the reason you come over here, despite it being completely the opposite direction of your objective, is because this is the only way to get this energy tank. Yeah, there's blood on the vents. I never knew that. Holy shit. I literally find out something new about this game every single time I play it. That is so crazy. I mean, yeah, it's like a drop or two. But there was a time when, like, you still kind of can't have blood in Nintendo games. At least not red blood. That's why they censor a lot of stuff. Even in Final Fantasy, they don't have a lot of blood. You don't actually have to go up that way. You can do this. Yeah, I never noticed that detail. Shit, man. Am I going to be 30 and still finding out new shit about this game? I'm going to feel real bad about it. Because I don't know if that means I don't play it enough, or if I played it too much and I just don't pay attention. Fucking hell, man. Okay. I think if you're fast enough, you can bomb through this wall before it shoots the projectiles. Yep. Very nice. I remember, I used to play this in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire while watching Toonami. Watching Toonami and playing Game Boy Advance games was like the legitimate best way to end my week, and I used to do it every single week. It was awesome. And then they took Toonami off the air, and honestly, that's like one of the big times my life went completely off the rails. Was they took off one of my favorite my only favorite programming block, and all of television kind of went to shit. So I just spent no time anymore in the living room at all. There was no reason to. I moved all my consoles back here. This is like one of the few survival horror moments in this game. Big ups. No, don't do that. Oh my god, you have to jump really early on that. Right. It's actually possible to run through the door fast enough you don't get the red X. I've done that before. I think you can also do it in Zero Mission. Okay, here we go. See if I can do this more appropriately. That sideways flyby is always hilarious to me. Fucking love that shit. It's so cartoonish. Oh crap, nope. See, there's a legit way to say you should just kind of wait for it and see what it does, but I'm not gonna react to that shit fast enough. I just woke up like maybe an hour ago. I don't know why I dropped. It's done with me. Fuck this. The worst thing that can happen to you is you get knocked in the water, which isn't an instant kill, it's just not fun at all. Actually, I could probably shoot like this. No, I need to be faster. I usually just wait for him to do the one where he dives between the platforms. God damn it. No, that would never have hit anyone. Alright, fuck this. You can actually hit that one. You can hit the jaw. It works. Okay. I think we only need one more hit. You piece of shit. This might be the harder part of the fight, honestly. I'd actually rather tank hits on this part. Ah, fuck. Okay. Run until speed boost begins. Which they tried to put this in Other M, and it was just really weird. Other M is a really, really weird game. And it's not the people that worked on it. I just don't think a lot of Metroid translates very well into Other M style of gameplay. Let alone the fucking story is a disaster. Jesus, man. And I paid $60 for that game when it was new. I still own it. I never got rid of it. That was like the year I stopped selling games, because everyone used to say, "Oh, you could just buy them back later," and then they all went out of print, and it was a great time because I couldn't find any of those games I used to love in good quality anymore. It was always someone else's like G-stained fucking edition that barely ran or some shit, and I hate that. You have family that love not just video games, but the Metroid series. Can I almost want to swap with you, honestly. Oh, I fucked up. Oh no! I gotta go all the way around again. I'm a dumbass. Fuck. I almost never make that mistake. Shit. Alright, let me lower the water first. Mar played all this. I'm salty as shit. My family hated video games, but they bought it for me and my cousin, but they hated them. And my cousin, he went on to be an actual, like, you know, normal functioning adult, part of society. And I just play games. No, I don't really feel bad about that. Oh, I do on some level. I do. He has a family now. It's pretty nice. I forget if there's anything to get on the way out down there. No, you have to go out this way. And there is as well. GBA had some of the coolest games, man. That's why I miss it so much. Because you could tell each game had its own, like, soul a little bit. 2D graphics can do wonders when they're done right. And I don't diss 3D, because believe me, I love a lot of 3D games. But 2D had a certain element to it, because everything had to be drawn, you know? Certain degree of care that you just don't see anymore. And I really hate that I forgot that pickup, by the way. I almost never forget that. Did you play all the 3D Zelda games? I kind of grew up more in the 3D. I played A Link to the Past. I didn't play Link's Awakening, I don't think, until it came on the 3DS. And I played the other one. What was the other one I played? Minish Cap. Minish Cap was the big one when I was a kid. That was like the 2005, like, end of the GameCube era. There's a certain way that just games were made at Nintendo in 2005. Like, the feel of that year was so good. And I thought it was gonna last forever, and then the Wii came out, and the whole console is just shaking a fucking nunchuck. And I've never been more disappointed in anything ever. Oh yeah, you need 3 blocks clearance to do that. Oops. What about GameCube? You forgot GameCube and Wii U. You're hurting me. There's like almost like 14 years of history lost there. GameCube Zeldas are like the best. That's why they remade those instead of Skyward Sword. Oh, I'm fucking hurt. I'm so hurt right now. Holy shit. Unironically, GameCube games... Oh yeah, you could do this, I think. GameCube games are some of the best games I know. I really didn't need to do that. I should just run this like normal. I never noticed that blood on the vents. That's crazy. You know, someone at the ESRB noticed that shit almost 18 years ago and was like, nah, I don't know if we could have that in this game, sir. Think about the children, sir. Okay, I think that's it, right? Is there something here? No. Okay. GameCube, there's so many good GameCube games. Smash Bros. Melee, Sunshine, Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox Assault, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime 2. Oh, fuck. What were the other ones I used to play as a kid? There's more. Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Four Swords Adventures, Wario World. People sleep on the GameCube. Oh, crap. I didn't maintain my speed. I don't know if you can, because you technically land there. Trying to remember, I have a whole collection of GameCube games. It's actually one of the consoles I try to pride myself on collecting as many as I could. So there's like Skies of Arcadia, Batten Kaitos Origins, Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. I have most of the Tom Clancy games on it. I think almost all of them, if not all of them. SSX Tricky, Time Splitters Future Perfect, Time Splitters 2, 007 Everything or Nothing, 007 Nightfire, 007 Agent Under Fire, Star Wars Jedi Outcast. Oh my god, man. Wii U has a couple of niche titles. My Wii U library is not nearly as big, but that's because there weren't as many games for the Wii U. Nintendo kind of gave up on the Wii U very early. Actually kind of makes me sad. Wii U was such a great console, it had a lot of potential, and they kind of fucked it over by forcing, yet again, a non-conventional gamepad with the literal gamepad. And, like, because the controller I'm playing on now is just a normal controller. It's the Pro Controller. It's honestly what the console should have had in the first place. And the Switch kind of has that problem. It just, you know, I don't get why the Switch is popular. I'm not a fan of it. And by the way, there's a plot hole here. Sector 3 is secured by blue hatches. But as you'll see, they could have entered Sector 3 at any point. You're going to unlock the level 2 hatches, and then it's going to say, oh, well, we entered this. And they finally entered, when they could have entered based off the blue hatches alone. It's really weird. I think it's honestly an oversight. But yeah, GameCube and Wii U, man, those were the years. Resident Evil 4 was on the GameCube. I know now nobody ever talks about it, but that game on the GameCube revolutionized so many genres at once, it's not even funny. Forever changed survival horror, it forever changed third person, and it forever changed Resident Evil games. And third-party games in general. So fucking good. The Wii version of it is better in my opinion. I don't know if it's on the Switch, but it's been on the Wii and the Wii U. Probably isn't on the fucking Switch, honestly. Is this the right thing I have to do? I think it is. Yes, it is. I don't know why I stopped. I was doing the right thing. So I need to play this game more. I remember one day I beat this game 3 times in a day. I was really... Is this Speed Booster? I think one of these is Speed Booster, right? No, here we go. Okay. Crazy good. And like, I know that there's a lot of good games on the N64. That's why I'm like, they need to remake Mario 64. And they already did. It was on the DS, though. And that's why I mean, like, not having a DS console is really, like, weird. Because it's been around for over a decade that they've had the dual screen set up, and now they're just going to ditch it for the Switch. I don't think the Switch lives up to the legacy of the power and the performance of consoles, of home consoles, as well as the portability. Because once you have 2 screens as a portable option, you kind of can't go back. It just doesn't work like that. Ah, fuck it. I had the arm cannon in his mouth. That was like an other M takedown. Yep, got it. How many do these take? 3? 4? Oh my god. There's no reason to go down currently. You go down here later. Is there a pickup? No, I don't think there's a pickup in that room. Maybe. No, here it is. I feel like there's a room somewhere around here where you're able to get a pickup in some weird method that you can't do otherwise. What time is it actually? Where's my phone? It's gotta be like 1, right? Yeah, 1:20. 1:21. Okay, very nice. That's why I love the Metroid Prime trilogy so much. There's a couple of games that took advantage of the Wiimote very nicely, but that's why I didn't like Mario Galaxy. I thought it was just a shittier version of Mario Sunshine. You didn't have FLUDD to kind of innovate the platforming. You just kind of spun and you only had 3 hit points. And it's not that the game was hard, it's just that it wasn't as interesting. I felt it was more boring than anything. Okay. Oh, that's actually... Did I fuck myself? No, I didn't. Okay. You're actually not supposed to do that yet. That triggers the boss fight. I never thought about it like that. So technically, that's probably what you would do in a speedrun, honestly. Okay. Well, I always come down here to get that. Although you probably don't need this many missiles to beat the game. Because the final bosses don't even use missiles, or you don't even fight them with missiles. So what do you really use missiles for in this game, then? I don't know. It's a good question. What? I know you can't fuck up the game. I'm just curious. Maybe you trigger it, and now you just go back. I've never triggered it in this order. Yeah, here we go. That sucked. You can kind of fuck yourself in this fight pretty easily. Movement-wise, at least. Got it. See, that's the thing, though. I think seeing this game in 3D like Other M would not be that great. I don't think that they can really do 3D Metroid games anymore. Other M is just a disaster of a fucking game. It's depressing, honestly, how much they got wrong in so little time. Can you do this now, or is it screw attack? Oh, it's speed booster. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Got it. I think on the other side is a way out of the sector, right? This is screw attack. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm gonna fuck this up, and if I fuck it up, I'm not coming back for it later. Got it. You know, you have to do it with Power Bomb anyway, but it lets you do this without having to fight the enemies. Can you... What do we do now? Oh, this is like the first actually hard part of the game. I love it. I love Sector 6. Because you do Sector 6 and then you do Sector 5. Let's see if you hold that through the cutscene. So briefing level 2, Sectors 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have like been infiltrated. Now this is actually some cool shit. Sector 5 is off limits, so you have to go to Sector 6. The exit destroyed all the data rooms you've used so far. You'll have to use the data room in the night habitat. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation room there. This is actually like one of the cooler parts of the game. Okay. They play the very... Yeah, you do keep it through the cutscene. I never knew that. You can keep it going up an elevator, but most elevator rides are usually long enough for you to lose it. Yeah, no worries. Take it easy, Crispy. I'll see you later when we raid. I'll check before I start rating if we're doing 5, 6, and 7, or just 5 and 6, or if I'm doing it, so I can torture myself. This is one of the only things that they actually did elaborate very nicely on in Metroid Other M. The ringleaders. And then, I mean, Samus Returns doesn't really like that. That's the duality of Metroid. You're either dealing with the political bullshit of the latter half of the series, or you're dealing with like the early parts of the series. Since we're only doing one day, just do 8. All right, I'll message you if I remember. If you want to do 7, I don't know how free you are during the day. I mean, no one else has said otherwise, right? That's the last thing I was led to believe, is that I'm just gonna do 8, or I'm gonna get us to 8. And honestly, I don't even want to really do Ramu. I'm just doing it to get 4 pages so I can buy an accessory and literally never run it again. Fuck Ramu. I'm always free. All right, I'll try to remember. I kind of want to do it, you know, this morning at like 4, when you know all the perfect legends are out. Hopefully I can sneak a spot, and if I don't suck enough, then I'll fucking run it. But I'll probably do it later today, because I might go do something else after this. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, you won't be up? No problem. I might not do it. I'll see. And if I do, I'll at least stop at 7 to give you time to say something. Have a good one. I don't mind stopping at 7, actually. 7 is probably arguably the easiest fight in this tier. You either have a certain color or you don't. But I love it. I love that fight. I actually already fucked up. There's another pickup that you can get by going over here. I like how this kind of almost plays like a stealth segment. Not saying they were trying to be Metal Gear Solid, but it does kind of play like a stealth segment a little bit. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck me. Awful. Okay. I did it. You don't drop to the bottom of this room. You instead go this way. That way you only encounter this guy. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so you don't... I don't know if you can get by those other two, actually, now that I think about it. Oh. Do I need to save? No, I don't think so. I'm waiting for that to bite me in the ass someday, honestly. I don't think the SAX shows up if you wait in that room for too long at all. I don't even think the SAX shows up until you get to the back of this room, bomb it, go back under. Someone, I think, told me that the SAX shows up early, but it only shows up when you roll over here. Gotta love it. I also like how Power Bomb doesn't hurt you at all. Alright, I'm getting the hell out of here. Okay. Yeah. By the way, it knows to jump over that pit. They try to really fuck you there. They really do. They really try to get you. It's actually kind of funny, honestly. It's funny if you know exactly what they're trying to go for. Okay. Done. I mean, we're at the boss now. I mean, how much more damage can they really do? Oh my god, please. 3 in a row? 4 in a fucking row? Is there diminishing returns on this? Goodbye. That's how I feel putting in contact every day. Alright, let's go. Like how the tag for this game on Twitch is Metroidvania. Like, yes, I hope so. I mean, it's not a lie. Oh, fuck. Damn it. This one's a little bit more frustrating because you have to use the beam. And I mean, you could just sacrifice... Oh shit, this is like the worst thing that can happen. You could just sacrifice health, but I'd rather not. Also, I don't think it has any cooldown period. Yeah, it doesn't. Is this the first one that requires 6, maybe? Yes. Kinda was counting. Very nice. I love the cave back. I like the detail in the backgrounds. I just never looked at Sector 4 like that. Did not think it had blood like that. Yes, I am shaken to my very soul that there is blood in a Metroid game, which has had blood before. I think Space Pirate blood is green, right? Oh, crap. Maybe. It's been a long time. Not replaying the Metroid Prime trilogy for a long time, though. When I do replay it, it'll be fun, because it's been a long time since I played it. Yeah, and so now the flag is set to flee instead of chase. Which is nice, I guess. Oh my god, I pranked myself. You gotta be kidding me. I don't think there's really that much else to get in Sector 6. So, we can just leave. Yeah, see, they replace all of them with just normal enemies. Someday I will look up a map of this. That'll be like the ultimate Metroid Fusion run. I like path out exactly what I can grab when, and what I need to do, and when to grab it. I know there's some things that are going to require you to make extra trips to get 100%. Honestly, I should do that soon, because I feel like I've had this game out long enough. And if I say it's one of, if not my favorite game of all time, probably should treat it as such. But I mean, to be fair, like, 100%ing Pikmin 1 is a much different thing than 100%ing this game. Like, Metroidvanias are intentionally made to be, like, obscure of what you can and can't get and where you're supposed to go. Which I guess is why people don't like this game, because it tells you exactly where to go every single time. Like, exploration is nice, but also having some indication and inkling of where to go is also fun. At least what you need to do. There can be things you can do that aren't explained that are also good. Plasma beam. I need to have skippable cutscenes in this game. This game is going to get remade in 2040. I swear to God, it's going to be awful. I'm gonna be 50. No, I'll be... Did I say 2040? Yeah. No, I'll be 45. Christ. That'll be really depressing. Oh, this is my favorite part of the whole game. Love this shit. And to be fair, it's not like you could just ignore the navigation computer. You kind of are forced to talk to it every time because it doesn't unlock the door. It's not until the literal end of the game in which you're able to finally free roam, because the Galactic Federation is ambiguously showing up at any moment, but also never shows up. Inspect the neighborhood. Secure. Level 3. Use a security hatch. Okay. Yes. I can't wait to get my GameCube like super hooked up, so that way I can play like Jedi Outcast. Because I'd rather play that on the GameCube. It's one of those games with all the cool cheats on it. You can get like the lightsaber on the first level. It's pretty lit. I'll say that. It's definitely made in the style of like old FPSs though. That's like distinctly the style they were going for with some of the early Star Wars shooters. In my opinion, I feel like from the ones I played, that's what they were intentionally trying to get at. Oh, you need to... What? Okay. I hate these things. Even though they're just reskins of those Sector 4 enemies. I wonder, for the next top-down Metroid, are we going to see someone fail at using the speed booster because they can't figure out they can shoot and open a hatch with it while running? That'd be like a Cuphead moment. I'm looking forward to that. Just like the Battle for Bikini Bottom guy, who couldn't figure out how to use the bubble bowl. Because, lol. That was one of those moments I realized I was in Clown World and there was no escaping it. You don't go this way. No, you don't. You go this way. And then later you have power bombs. I think, right? Yeah, no, you can go through this. I forget what that room up top is then. Yeah, you come from there later. I get this room confused because there's like 3 levels to it. I think that room up top, you use the ice missiles to run through. Maybe. Still getting a little used to the controls. Missile stun them. I feel like I've said that before. Did they just mutate one on top of me? They probably did. In this game. Yeah, wait. How do you get into this room? Have I ever gone in this room? You need power bomb. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever gone in that room. I think because the last time you're in Sector 5, you don't use that. Right? The last time you're in Sector 5... Oh, fuck, what is it? You fight Nightmare, then you leave. Yeah, you only come into this place twice. I don't know if I've ever gone in that room. I gotta remember to try it. Okay. I had to have gone in it at some point in my life, but I don't remember it. It's kind of crazy. Alright, I think one more we loop around, maybe. Okay. Is this the vertical corridor? I think it is. I don't think you can climb this. There's one of these in Sector... Yeah. There's one of these in Sector 1 as well. There's a couple of things you have to come back to get in Sector 5. And that's probably why I never bothered. Yeah, 'cause I think now you use this to climb up. And then this is the room with the speed booster. Yes. Emergency? No, not yet. I think it's when you leave the ice area for good. Nice. Oh, I didn't even mention Enter the Matrix, man, or Battle for Bikini Bottom. God damn it. See, there's so many good games on the GameCube, and they might not be exclusives, but god damn are they fucking masterpieces. Shit. I forgot all about those games. Feels bad. And I shouldn't. I'm gonna blame it on the fact it's early as shit. I'm already playing one nostalgic masterpiece. I think it's up in the corner, right? This corner? Yes. Now you can't open this room. It's fucked up. You can't open it. You have to come back later.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Let me save. It's been a while since I've done this. Although it's kind of also just like second nature.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Yeah, I know where to go. I gotta go in that middle room. That might be an end of game thing. Okay. This is Susan Fire. Give me no blame. Yep. Very nice. I remember this being the hypest shit ever. You only need maybe like 4 minutes. Let me do it first at a comfortable pace before I say, yeah, take away more time. That's literally what Rouge the Bat does in that one level in Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I don't even need the 15-minute timer, Eggman. Put me on 5. Like, oh my god, you dumb fucking bat. Why would you do that? That level was torture. I hated that fucking level. Oh, I fucked up my speed boost. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you're not supposed to mess up the speed boost there. God damn it. This is sloppy as shit. Okay. Can I? Thank you. Trying to mash out the morph ball is sometimes a little weird. It's fine. It's a damage boost. I never played Star Fox Assault for the channel. That was one game I planned like back in 2012, and it would have been a simple playthrough to do, and I just never did it for some reason. Oh my god. It's a very short game. It's kind of disappointing how short it is compared to Adventures. It definitely did not live up to the Adventures threshold set in my mind. I really like the fact that Adventures tried to almost be a Zelda game in a way. Because Zelda has such a good formula. I mean, I'd say a lot of games have tried to copy it. I mean, who doesn't want to be Zelda and sell Zelda numbers using the Zelda formula? God damn it. You don't even need the 4 minutes, huh? If you're good at fighting core X's. I like how the guy is like half balding.
Minute to main boiler
That's what a scientist looks like, dude. This is honestly the core, the beam core X get good room. What is that, like a minute and 20? Or do they start you at 6 minutes? I forget. It's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Mega speed run. I don't know why they don't ever try to do it again. I guess maybe the argument could be made that that X didn't reproduce the knowledge needed. I don't know. It could be something very simple, like, I don't know, maybe the ship's computer now has full direct control of the main boiler or something. It's little touches like that, you know? Like, if you've established that the X can reproduce, and I don't really blame them for this. I mean, again, this is a kid's game. Made in 2002. But I'd like to know, just hypothetically, how the X never decide to just do the main boiler again when they know Samus is somewhere else. I mean, maybe they're not telepathic, but shit, they sure as shit seem to know what they're doing. Hello, Jefferson G. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna, I don't know why they don't. Nice. Good luck, have fun to you too. Hopefully you're a fan of this game. It's a great game. It's a great game from my childhood. Absolutely love it. There's something in this one. Yep. Shit. It's my favorite Metro. Yeah, you and me both. Well, maybe I like Prime a bit more. I might like Prime more. It's definitely my favorite 2D Metroid. Although maybe Samus Returns might be good enough. I kind of really liked Samus Returns. I don't know, maybe it was just the time in which it came out. I was really feeling Samus Returns for some reason. I was like, yeah, they announced it out of nowhere. It was ready like a month later, or a month or two later, I forget. It was a good day on that. That was probably my favorite Nintendo Direct and or Treehouse. It was good shit. Let's see if I can speed boost up. Absolutely. And this time I think we can go the low road because there's no difference really. Actually no, you can't even go the high road maybe. I don't remember. That hatch gets destroyed and I don't really care. That's just how I leave that room. After Sector 3, oh, what do they make you do? I think this is where they tell you to return to your ship, right? Because you've done the first tour around all the different areas. And I don't know if you come back to Sector 3 after this. Maybe. I know there's a way to get to this one from a later sector. I think it's 4. And that's what I usually do because that lets me get the extra pickup when I'm leaving Sector 4. Like, you don't really go back to Sector 5. Yeah, this is the part where you go back. I like this part. Because I forgot to rescue the Edacoons and the Decoras in my Super Metroid playthrough, which was a pretty bad decision in my part. I forgot where they were. I legitimately forgot. It was one of those moments. I'm like, am I forgetting something? I really hope Super Metroid gets the Samus Returns treatment. That would be really awesome. Now I don't have to play I wouldn't say shitty, I just don't have to play that version of Samus 2 anymore. I didn't like the OG one. I don't like Metroid 1 and 2, which is ironic because I love Zero Mission and Samus Returns. Oh crap, I didn't get it. You kind of gotta wait to be on the screen before you push down. There's like a really small window you can push down though when you're still not in control. And it'll give it to you. You don't get the power bombs now, do you? No. Power bombs, I think, are what? Sector 5? Second time? Yeah, and that's how they trick you into engaging with the SAX. Can't stand Zero Mission? Why not? Oh crap, I did this wrong. Hopefully he doesn't die in the second mission. I like the epilogue. Got it. I like the epilogue, but it's really difficult to kill those golden pirates. They are obnoxiously annoying. It's one of the things I'm not a fan about that game. Is just trying to kill the golden pirates is very difficult. I think this one stays down, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm not bugging. That's why they want you to go up and then... No, it does not. Oh, shit. Oops. I don't like its mechanics. I don't like the Zero Suit section. I remember struggling with it, but then I remembered it was like it's like a pattern. But I agree. I do like that you can wall jump in the game. That's actually in the game, and I just found that out recently, is that you can actually do, like, Super Metroid-style wall kicks in Zero Mission. That is something that you can do. Oh, you can shoot this. Oh my god, I'm stupid. You could just shoot it. That's not the... This is the speed moves. Got it. It's more that the escape sequence is really obnoxious, and golden pirates are really, like, weird. I like the little cutscenes they added, and I like the fact that it's way more easy to understand than Metroid 1 was. But yeah, it's a game, alright. I like that you could shoot on ledges. I think that was a cool thing to have. And I'm really sad that they didn't follow it up with more Metroid games in that vein. I think it's one of the few times we actually see Samus look left and right like that. It might be the only time in the game that we ever see her do that. I like that you could swap between missiles and super missiles. I like a couple of things they changed. Well, it's like they had that engine and they had all the potential to make like another game or two out of it, and they just didn't. I would have loved to see a 2D Metroid on the DS. Prime Hunters was okay. It was good at some parts, annoying in some things, like the instant death traps and whatnot, and hunting octoliths. I refuse to let an enemy hunter take the octolith, because then you have to track them down and shit. So to facilitate that, I actually fly around the world map until I get a pattern where none of the hunters are on the place I plan to go, and then I just move for free. I actually like doing that. The only time that changes, I think, is there's one forced Sylux fight, because they keep rumoring Sylux is going to get involved in the story, and he is not yet. He's in that one ending in Metroid Prime 3, and that's it. I think Prime 4 is supposed to have something to do with it. And I wonder what the now canceled version of Prime 4 was going to be like. It was so bad they had to get rid of it. Alright, this is kind of a really roundabout method of doing anything. You go to Sector 5, you get the power bomb, you come back, you go back to the ship. It's really kind of a roundabout method now that I think about it. Okay, come on. I do recognize that in the Zero Mission segment, you can really get screwed by having pirates kind of just jump constantly on you, and you lose one energy tank per. So if you didn't stock up, you're kind of screwed. I don't really like the implication it had more. It It led to a whole wave of cosplayers and a bunch of shit on the internet. As you know, Metroid shitstorms on the internet are always my favorite. You also get the screw attack early in that version. I do like that they added in like some of the stuff from Fusion, like the space jump. That was good. There's like 4 things. There's like the plasma beam, the space jump, and the other thing. But I prefer the Prime games because you can have like more interesting combat while having the exploration. That's why I like the Wii versions of Prime so much. There you go, we can go in here. So you do come back to this 3 times then. Never mind, I was wrong. Yeah, you know why? Because this is just an in and out. This is where you have the SAX jump scare and that's it. And you leave. What? And then Other M came along. And then Other M leading off of Prime 3 was really depressing because I wasn't a fan of Prime 3 like everyone else was. It's a very different style of game. And, what was it? What's that one guy I watched? Game Maker's Tooltip, or Game Maker's Toolkit? He compared the intro of that game to a Halo game, because you spend most of it trying to get a turret back online. It's high combat, high everything, and it's like high budget set pieces. It's like an action film. And I kind of didn't like it back in the day because it was kind of like all action. Like I mean, I think that's kind of the feeling. He has it right. It feels like a Halo game to start. Oh yeah, the thing is gone now. That's why. So now you have to go this way. All right, my favorite part of the game. Hold on, is this it? Yep. See, what the game wants you to do is think that you're trapped and there's no way out. And you have to use a power bomb to escape. You could just bomb it. It's just a normal bomb. Oh shit, and then, but don't run into that. Easy. Oh, and they crumbled the hatch anyway, so you couldn't go that way even if you wanted to. I mean, has Metroid suffered as much as Star Fox? I fell for it again. Maybe. I feel like they've suffered more. Because Star Fox was at least talked about getting a game during the Wii era that never happened. Well, then Metroid did get a game during the Wii era, but it was arguably so bad that no one ever talks about it again. Which is very rare for a Nintendo game to reach that level of infamy. Like, I don't even want to play Metroid Other M again to unlock the movie mode for the playthrough I planned on doing for it ages ago. I mean, I like Other M's gameplay, don't get me wrong, and the game isn't a complete utter disaster. I don't like anything in the third person's nice. Anything in the first person just feels clunky, like it was there just because Prime was a hit. And the story is... I haven't been in this room in ages. Oh, I know what this room is, I think. Yeah, I think I remember saying this room is not worth it, and I don't want to do it again. Got it. That's one. But I don't think I do this room very often. I like the... Are you serious? Should have not. I like the takedowns. Like some of the animations are cool as shit, and then you just instantly die to something. And I'm never a fan of instant death in Metroid. I feel like it kind of takes away some of the element of not believability. It makes the power level feel all weird. Oh my god, you're serious. Like in Resident Evil, it makes sense kind of because you're just a normal human. Like, no one has superpowers in any of the good Resident Evils. Except, you know, death by timer. Death by timer makes sense. You're one of the few people I know that actually likes Other M, though. You probably don't even need this guy to do this, maybe. Oh, shit. Okay. Got it. No! Oh my god, this fucking... I was gonna say, wouldn't it be crazy if they put a drop there just to fuck with you? Right at the end, too. Oh my god. I almost choked for a second. Man, what I wouldn't give for that Prime 4 to come out sometime before I die. I mean, I'd rather it be a good game than another Halo 4. We extended a series just because it was really popular and we don't know how else we're going to make money off of it. Because Halo Wars was not going to be the new future of Halo games. They can make 3, they can make 5 of those games. Halo is a first-person shooter. Through and through. You're never going to escape that fact. Just like COD is always going to be a first-person shooter. If they ever make a COD this year. It's already August. Usually they announce the new COD in May. Yeah, this is one big roundabout trip. Not sure if they tried intentionally to make this feel redundant, or what's going on. Honestly though, looking back on it, I'll say this about Other M. I don't think it's as bad as Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think Pokemon Sword and Shield are just complete fucking disasters. On so many. It's not necessary to kill even a single one of these, so I usually never do. Because at least for what it's worth, the games had a story. I think that actually Other M's story is pretty good when it has nothing to do with Samus. I think you have to kill all these. Okay. Usually I kill those with a power bomb. Do you have to do this? Yeah. Yes, you do. Very nice. Okay. This is actually, in my opinion, the hardest part of the game. Because I think Nightmare, once you have his pattern, he's not that difficult. But this part is, I don't want to say RNG. I think the bugs can be kind of RNG, though. Based on how they move. You have to do a lot more aiming with them, because Nightmare is very easy until his third phase. At which point it's just, that's where it kind of gets clusterfucky. You just have to know how to, like, reset his AI. Yeah, very nice. It's these dudes. Get me out of here. Yakuza's the worst? Yeah, for Yakuza, I developed a very lazy strategy involving standing in one spot and firing missiles upward. That is literally my fight for Yakuza. Thank you for confirming that the name was Yakuza, by the way, because I forgot that its name was Yakuza. No, those are power bombs, right? It's not a speed booster block. Yes, it is. It's a power bomb. I'm an idiot. And the pirates in this section do a ton of damage compared to the ones from earlier. At least in this game, you can shoot them in the front. Alright, maybe there's no bugs yet. I do like that the X are smart enough to try to, like, use stuff from other sectors in other sectors. Like, I think that's kind of cool. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Free energy tank. I feel like there might be another one in this room. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to look up a guide, or look up a map, and then I want to add it to the path that I play this game on. I'll tell you, I struggled with Yakuza and other, or not Yakuza, what's it called? Nightmare and Other M. Shit refuses to die. I think the one Prime... See, and that's the other thing. All the Prime 2 bosses that are actually, like, pretty difficult become dirt easy on the Wii version. And I mean, I guess I should be grateful for that, because Prime 2 and some of those bosses were obnoxiously difficult even when I was a kid. I distinctly remember the Alpha Blog kicking my ass on a regular basis. And then if you die in that section, you have to replay a shit ton because there's no save points. You have to, I think there's like a whole part, you have to go into the Dark World again, do like half the rooms over again just to get another shot at the Alpha Blog. That was a very appropriate, it's like the Dark Souls of meme. Okay. I actually kind of gotta play this. It's not his first phase that's the trouble. It's his second phase. And who cares about the Korax phase? I mean, killing Koraxes at this point should be literally a joke. Take the hit, it's fine. One more. You piece of shit. Oh, I got hit by that. Yeah, now this is the phase that sucks. And my... I don't know why this keeps doing that. There might be like a faulty HDMI wire somewhere. I might replace most of my HDMI wires. Because it's happening more and more. I don't know why. And I know it's not console specific because it happens on all my consoles that are plugged into this thing. Shit. Thankfully this game doesn't have a hard mode, I don't think. I think the hard mode is removed in the US version. Fusion suit in, what's it called? In Samus Returns. I remember that, because it was a whole debacle. You needed the amiibo to unlock Fusion mode, or whatever it was called. I distinctly remember that. That group of T. People were mad about that. And to be fair, it is kind of dumb that you can only access a mode if you buy a $12 physical DLC. I wouldn't mind if it unlocked it from the start, and you can unlock Fusion mode on the side, like, by beating the other modes. Because then at least you could argue, well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, it's already in the game, you just have to unlock it, right? That's already in a ton of games. Like, it's like a shortcut, but you get a cool little figure. And granted, I did buy the thing, I just never used it. Yep, so you can't come back this way, very nice. Thank you, game. Oh yeah, these dudes do a ton of damage. See if I can do this. Okay. This is actually my favorite part of the game, now as an adult. As a kid, this shit used to terrify me. I love this part. Alright, see ya. Oh, you piece of shit. You're not supposed to fire that shit that early. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck yourself, SAX. Alright, my favorite part. This is one of those things they put in the SAX's AI is awful video, by the way. It doesn't... I don't know what it is. It's something about the pathing. I guess it senses the ledge before it senses it needs to aim down and shoot at you. I think that's how it works. It senses the ledge and it's like, I need to jump to reposition. Oh. No headshot for you, bitch. What is cool is that if it sees you mantle over the pillar, it'll actually attempt fruitlessly to jump because the SAX cannot morph ball at all. Alright, anyway, that's it. There's your fun. Next time I play this, I gotta see if you can lead it down here. Because it's not impossible to fire a missile like that. You probably can. Maybe it follows you. Probably gives up in the next room. This game is one day gonna get the, it won't follow? Oh, okay, cool. Oh my god, look at how much damage these fucking things do. That's why I hate this part of the game. This is actually the part of the game I'm usually can die on. I feel like there's a pickup in this room. These things do ridiculous damage for like no reason at all. Like, I could easily see someone not having enough pickups or not health items to get through this. Especially since each yellow only gives it, like, 10. Oh, I'm not supposed to go this way, am I? No. Wait, am I? I forget. It's either this room or the next one, and I was right the first time. This might be the way out. Yeah, I think this is the way out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the SAX, I mean, I don't think... I think, like, it's fine that it's not, like, some super AI. Like... I get it's meant to be simple. I think it's already complex enough for a game meant to be played by like 10-year-olds. I don't think that 10-year-olds need to outsmart the alien from Alien Isolation to have a good game. This fight is also a little fucked up. It's actually one of my favorite fights once you really get the pattern down. It's basically like ad management. Shit, I gotta be a little faster. This fight probably requires the most micro out of any fight in the game. Fuck. I don't know why I didn't duck to that. Okay. Thankfully the flowers die, but you don't even fight them over there. Fight it over here. Oh shit. Oh no! Water is the most deadly thing any boss in this game can use, because they can just float into you infinitely. Oh man. I won't lie, I like the way the wide beam looks. Oh fuck, that's not supposed to happen. Like, trying to imagine, like, a 3D remake of this game is pretty weird, because I don't think the speed boost would really translate that well into 3D. I just don't. Okay. Alright, is there anything you can do in Sector 2 I didn't already do? There's gotta be something somewhere, but I don't really know. I don't really care either. Oh, dodge that, dodge that. Didn't dodge the third. Yeah, this is the other room that I was saying earlier. This one you don't need to hit anything. You just come over here and grab the energy tank. you. Hopefully get out before they, yep, before they do that. Okay, done. Powerbomb? For some reason. You know what? Yeah, no, it makes sense. Because you could probably use the high jump. You could definitely use the high jump to get out that way. And well, no, that wouldn't be very good, would it? I know that the extra power-up on the other room to the left, you get the screw attack for. So there's no point. You need to break through one of those big, meaty, like, Bowser things. Like what Bowser has in his castle. The pistons. You need to break through one of those, so you can't actually do that. I think it's, what, 255 missiles and, what, 20 energy tanks? Oh, is it Nightmare already? Huh, yeah, it's okay. Somehow this is ending up being shorter than I remember. Yeah, because I know we never go back to Sector 3 ever. Sector 1 is at the ass end of the game. We never go back to Sector 2. And we do 5, 4, 1. No, 5, 4, 6, 1. So we're already done with 2 of the sectors now. And 3 will have a brief mention because I'm probably going to go get that 1 energy tank in it. In that one room that you would never go to unless you were exploring the whole area. I always thought there was something in between this and Nightmare. I don't know. I'm misremembering a game I probably beat more than any other game in my life. Is your objective clear? No, I don't know where it is. What the fuck, game? Is your objective clear? Nice. I kind of feel bad though, because Sector 5 is some really nice ice-themed music, and it's all gone at this point. I do feel kind of bad. Almost fell for it. I do feel kind of bad, because like, I think Sector 4 still has the best music. Got it? I really like that part. That's cool. Now they just play this theme for the rest of the game, which isn't bad. Was it 3 hits? Holy shit. Okay. There is that one room down there I never went back to. I don't think I'm gonna go back to it now. I forget. Some things like that I think require screw attack. I think this is a pathway to another sector. Yeah, this is to 3. Which I think this part of the game is the coolest. If they use this more as a way to explore, I think the game would be a lot cooler. Yeah, this is the room I'm talking about, so that means that the door is actually in Sector 5. If you go up from here, there's like a couple of power-ups, but I'm not going to get to do that. The victory lap at the end of the game to get all the power-ups must be pretty cool, honestly. I really wish there was just a button to look down like there was in Super Metroid. Alright. I always fuck this up. Yes, because you have to bomb it on the way down. I'm an idiot. Okay. You can get into that room. You just have to either bomb it perfectly or power bomb on the way down, I think. Oh wow, I got a red off of that. Oh shit. Actually, this is the one you want to have powered up. Because he can't swim down, he can't shoot down. Well, they can swim down, but they can only swim diagonally to a certain degree. They can't swim truly down. on this side. You get a red? Oh shit, that's nice. I don't need it. Yeah, there you go. No, this is... You know what? I'm gonna save. I will save. This is the one fight I'm usually trash at, because you have to reset Nightmare, and that's kind of RNG based on how he flies. Because sometimes he'll want to agree with you, and sometimes he'll want to do his own thing. I'll dodge that. Just let me through. I love this room. Nothing is ever as simple as it looks. Literally nothing. I admit this is a one fight that if other M had come out first, this would be the coolest fight in the game. Just by virtue of it being like, dude, that's the thing with the gravity manipulation. Man, that was cool, dude. I used to have people at the summer camps I used to go to used to talk about games like this. It was crazy good, man. People used to get so hyped for shit. So, I mean, Metroid has such an amazing fan base that are so dedicated to the games, even though Nintendo routinely shops us. By the way, slow down, this Wii U. I didn't even jump for that. I did jump for that. Someday I gotta replay this. Alright, here we go. It's my least favorite part of the fight. There you go. Because you're trying to basically tell his AI you can reset please, and it's really annoying. Like, look at this shit. The only reason that's doable is because there's slowdown. Because there's slowdown with trying to fight him. And you could probably hit him while flying. I'm able to hit that. Oh my god, fuck this guy. Please. I'm getting garbage RNG. I hate this fight. Oh my god. He's not gonna reset that time either. He's gotta be like over there. Here we go. Now we're done. Oh yeah! Feel it! Oh. I love this game. That was my fault. I should not be getting hit like that. That would have been a picturesque finish. Yeah, that's the one part of the game that is always like a trouble spot for me. You gotta like kind of have him down, I think. You gotta make him like swing wide, which is still kind of annoying. Oh, oops. Somehow I forgot you have to speed boost out there. I think I've done that a million times before. I like how the whole room is like a junkyard. I think the theme is very fitting. It's a really great boss fight. It's the kind of fight that if Other M had come out first, it would be like the hypest fight in the game. And it still is kind of the hypest fight in the game. You have like all this crazy weird shit. That mistake again. Where is it? Yeah, you have to missile it. You can fall down and missile it and then get into it. I've done that before, but it's really obnoxious and it's not very fun. Oops. Oops. Very nice. Okay, there is... I hate doing this room, by the way. I forget where you stop to get the power up, always. Right here? Yes, okay. Did I break both of the barricades too? Oh, sweet. That's actually like the perfect scenario. Now I'll just say, I love this theme. Sector 4 has like both of the best themes in this game, in my opinion. The other one is just bumping. This is just purely like awe-inspiring. I think Sector 5 comes after this. Oh yeah, these things. Yeah, the seahorses. Last time I played this, someone reminded me there's a power-up that you can get in one of these later rooms. I'm gonna try to remember it, but I honestly, since I haven't played that game since then, I'm not probably gonna remember it. There's a lot of, like, usually when I get to this part of the game, I'm just trying to beat it. As much as I love this game, usually when I get here, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I just want to beat it. And I do have one save file where I have, on my Game Boy, where I have most of the pickups. Like I said, I never really, like, looked up all of them. Is there something here? Yes, okay. I like how you can see the little, oh crap, I just screwed myself. I like how you can see the golden ones dancing in the background. It's kind of an unexplained mechanic that you can have them be infected by X, and then they'll become enemies that you can kill. I mean, at this point, a golden crab is not really much, but it's still kind of cool. Very nice. You probably only need one row to beat this game on a minimum. Or I probably only need one row. Although that SAX fight at the end is also a little bit RNG, it's a little bit more reliable as long as you don't jump. Because if you trigger the SAX to jump, you can't hurt it, because it screw attacks. And you might be immune during its screw attacks, or during its beam attacks if you screw attack. But then the fight just gets complicated. You start bumping heads. It's not worth it. Oh shit, well, I wasn't ready for that. The speedrunners do 3 E-tanks? I need to watch a speedrun of this game. That's crazy. In my mind, as a casual player of this, that's crazy. To even consider only 3. So their nightmare runs must be literally scientific. I did not know you could get up in your face like that. I do 4. Oh shit. Well, and enjoy the scrub gameplay I present them. That's crazy though. 4 and 3. No, I know, I appreciate it, but like, I just can't, you have to, that is incredulous to me. They do so few. I mean, it helps when you don't face tank everything. Maybe that might be the first step. I think it's in this room somewhere. Oops. Can you hit this thing? No, you can't. Okay. It's always worth experimenting. Is that 100% runs? Like, or do they 100%ing the game? Well, no, they can't be because they're taking... Okay, never mind. That was an incredibly dumb question. That's pure speed, probably. There you go. Yeah, I think it's this room you can enter from the other side. I think. And I never did it until that day. Okay. I think it's those blocks there you can break, maybe? Yeah, I think so. I think if you run backwards, you can get something. No, it's up there, I see. Yeah, you need to speed. I see. Yeah, I remember it now. Okay, yep. I was like, I never even remembered that. For a game I stream literally like every 5 months, which I used to play this game way more than that. I used to play this game once every... Actually, wait, can you leave that room? I think you can. You might need screw attack, I don't really care. I think that's all you get from that room anyway. Okay, very nice. Actually, you can open this now. If I could unmorph. There you go. For no reason. Can you get through here? Yep. I like in that one room they play that theme. Just that one room. But you can't go any further because these are screw attack blocks. It's kind of like a deliberate cock blocking they do. Like, you can explore, but it's only like usually a room or two before the game forces you back where you were supposed to be. I always kind of wanted to do a Link to the Past speedruns. Never looked into it, but one thing I know about that game is that you can do the Dark World in any order, and I always thought that was kind of cool. It's like a true open world game. Like, you have to do Eastern Palace first, but after that I think you can do any other one in order. It was like a huge combination of what you can and can't do in that game. Okay. Is there any reason to go this way? Yes, because I never did this. I don't have the wave beam. Oops. It's crazy, there's still one data room. It's the only surviving data room in the whole game. Everyone else has been destroyed or locked off. Yeah, now we go to Sector 6, though. Oh, I could get that one in that middle room. I'm not going back, though. It's fine. You remember the security robot? Oh, yes. My favorite friend. I actually think that this version of the fight is easier, in my opinion, because the missiles you can shoot, you can't destroy those little canisters of fire, and they knock you off the thing. As long as you're not too close when the missiles like kind of start arcing towards you, you could shoot all of them. Which is extra ironic because if you still had the wide beam in that fight, you could hit all of them because the wide beam is literally a wall, whereas the plasma beam is 3 lines. It's kind of weird. But I mean, obviously, if you shot a wall, I mean, well, they give it to you, right? Wide beam is kind of like the long beam. A little bit. It's one of those weird upgrades that you get, and it's like totally forgotten about halfway through the game when they get rid of it, and no one ever like throws anything at it. Leave knock immediately. Yes, I did not save at all before knock. Wide beam is actually stronger than plasma, really? Is it because it hits more surface area? Oh, yeah, plasma does damage by frame. Well, now I never knew that, actually. So the plasma beam does more by virtue of passing through and dealing damage on every frame, whereas wide beam hits once and disappears. That's kind of an interesting thing. I mean that too, because Nightmare slows down, isn't it then? Because when you charge it, it has to render all those graphics and calculate the damage by frame. I'm just speculating, but I do notice the slowdown on the Wii U version is a lot harsher than it was on the Game Boy. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Yep, here we go. I guess the wave beam maintains that damage by frame thing. I feel like there's more lag on the Wii U. Yeah, it's possible. Normally it performs pretty much identically, I'd say. I think it's 60 frames. I've never looked it up. I'm just gonna assume it's 60 because I think the original's 60. I think. I know the original Pokemon GBA games are 60. Not Gold and Silver, but the Gen 3 games. I think it's an emulation, so it's not doing the calculations as normally as it could. Because I know that for Super Mario 64, they changed the way the arithmetic is done. So instead of it like rounding down, I think it like does a ceiling function or something. So if you leave the console on for days at a time, I don't want to go this way. If you leave the console on for days at a time, like platforms that should sink float eventually because of the way the floating point ends up. There's videos about this, as anyone would probably know. I can't do this yet. But yeah, that's one thing I found really interesting. Donkey Kong on the Wii U acts like it doesn't have the rumble pack, even though obviously this console is way more powerful than the N64 ever could have dreamed to be. Like, it's weird stuff. You can tell it's like straight ports, but I mean, they work, right? Like, I've never had a problem with them.
Warning.
All right,
No
cool.
entry without authorization.
It's one of the few times you get to hear English in a Metroid game.
Entry without authorization.
Or, you know, spoken language, I guess.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
I know Donkey Kong 64, there's like a couple mini games that are harder because before on the N64, they kind of adapted the gameplay around the lag. Whereas in the Wii U version, because the calculations happen faster, the game doesn't have any time to lag and calculate. So I know there's like one race against a rabbit that takes it's way harder. Oh, it's way harder than the Wii U version. Which I think they could easily fix it with a patch. I'm not gonna pretend that they couldn't. Just make it easier. just nerf the speed. Done. Problem solved. Oh shit, he actually hit me. That first missile always misses, I find. It never hits you. Alright, cool. I always like that the wave beam kind of looks like some double helix. It looks like DNA a little bit. Alright, cool. Wave beam has always been like my favorite beam in any Metroid game. It's the coolest. I love it.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
It's one of those weird things about emulation. You begin to see like...
entry without authorization.
Did I hit something through the wall?
Warning. No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry
I don't know.
without
It felt like I did.
Warning.
I wonder if you don't have the wide beam, like if you hack the game to get the plasma and the wave and you skip the wide beam, Is it still, do you just shoot one solitary beam, or is the wide beam baked in? Because you would never have it legitimately without, you would never have the plasma and the wave without the wide beam. Based on how linear this game is, that's not possible. In normal gameplay, at least. Yeah, shut up. Whoa, they're Metroids? Ooh. See, because I didn't play Samus Return of Samus before I played this game, or Super Metroid, I didn't understand how serious this is in the Metroid chronology. This is some deep shit. Now, fun fact, he's actually in the foreground for some reason.
60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
Easy. I remember that used to be difficult. It's very easy. You just wait for the first one and you wait for the second one, hop over the third one. Big boom. They must have like a GIF of like the space background somewhere. That would be kind of nice. I'd put that as a stream thing for sure. Alright. Samus joins the Skype call, says nothing. Creating an Omega from a larval in days. Oh no, she does say something here, never mind. Alright, big ups. And they never continue the story after this game, which is probably the most depressing part of it, because it finally gets good. It's like, oh, the Federation is all this corruption, and Other M actually expands on it. And then they never expanded on the story. It's been 18 years. You get to a point, it's more sad than it is hype anymore. Feels bad, man. Actually heartbreaking. I want to get out before the block reforms. Very nice. What? He unthawed probably right as it passed him, honestly. He might have had, like, immunity on that. You guys... Like, at this point, they're just more of a minor nuisance. It's more like a cameo than an actual enemy encounter. Are you serious? Literally camping. I imagine him camping just like it's a Call of Duty and just sitting in the corner doing nothing. Alright, let me see if I can only free one of the golden pirates at a time. Because fighting two of them is obnoxious. Nope, I spawned both. This is a mistake. No, they were the black pirates in Zero Mission, I'm sorry. I said they were the golden pirates in Zero Mission. The golden pirates are in this game. The black pirates are in Zero Mission. They're obnoxious to kill. I beat one of them one time at, I think it was 8 health. That was the last time I played the game, actually. I think I beat it legitimately at 8 health. Ah, shit. Now it's too early. Thank you. Doesn't really matter. Alright, this is also another slowdown heavy fight. Jesus. I never do that right, even though it's like probably the easiest mechanic. I'm actually kind of hoping I crash the game so I can end the stream. That would be crazy. That would be a perfect ending. Crash the game with too much shit going on. actually have to dodge this shit. I think the fireballs might actually legitimately full diagonal charge shots do no damage, are you serious? So you're not supposed to use missiles on them. I won't even lie, I'm gonna forget that by the next time I play this game next year. But that's crazy. So all the missiles you get in the game kinda don't matter at this point, do they? What a fucking trip, man. I'm pretty sure the guides even say use missiles on him. Just unload missiles into his face. You know what? That's probably something that Nintendo told them to put, and it just seems like the logical thing, too. It's like, oh, missiles do the most damage. Wow. Just wow. Now, okay, I'll ask you, since you're very knowledgeable about this game. Is there anything in this room at all? Because I have come into this room so many times over the years, and I've never found anything in it. Like, you can't kill these things. There's nothing. It's an empty room. Gotcha. Why? Oh, well, you can get a golden pirate down here. I don't remember that. Nothing. Alright, cool. I don't know why they put it there then. Whole room does not need to exist. Because it always made me think, oh, there must be something in here, right? Because they wouldn't put a room with nothing in it. It's like, why would you put a room and literally there's nothing in it? It's just there to take up extra space. Me either? Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's intentionally confusing for children. Oh, I should play Mario Baseball again. Speaking of intentionally confusing for children. I like the slowdown on this version. I think it's funny. It's not funny like, haha, this game sucks. It's funny because it's like, damn, that's stuff that you could never have dreamed of before. I love it so much. This room's a little annoying. Shit, okay, there we go, whatever. One of them dropped a red, that's pretty rare. I think this is the end of the game. Yeah, this is the music that plays at the end of the game. We're done now. Basically, we have the big cutscene. Oh crap, there's a crack in that save room wall, I think. We have the big cutscene, and then that's it, the game is over. Basically, you enter permanent free roam. Screw attack is the last unlock in the game. I mean, besides the cutscene only, you're in the final part of the game unlocks, which I don't really count, because they shouldn't count. Oh god, I gotta go multiple ways. The sector is a little bit annoying to get through when it's not as linear. Yeah, because they put rooms in this game that just exist just to have rooms. And I don't know, like, it's not like a lore thing, you know, where it's like, oh, here's the lounge room, here's the bathroom. It's just kind of a room that's just there. They have one of these in Sector 5, but I don't think I'm going back there. Is there a way out from here? I was hoping there'd be like a cool way to get out. And it requires like screw attack or something. So I'm missing what? 4 energy tanks. How many missiles do I have? It's like mostly missile unlocks. I guarantee there's like maybe 32 power bombs in the game. So it's mostly like missile pickups, basically. That's pretty much all I'm missing. There was some slowdown. You know what it is? I think it's a lot of frame, or a lot of animations that change every frame. So having the screw attack there also kind of messed with things a bit. Or I'm sorry, the speed booster. Anything with like leaps after images, I guess. Should probably look into the mechanics, like the actual mechanics behind this game sometime then. Oh, we could do this. The nice thing about this objective is it doesn't have to be this navigation room. It can be any navigation room in the game that you go to. Is there something in this room? Not there. Which I think is kind of cool. Like at the end of the game, finally you can do whatever you want. As long as you avoid navigation rooms. Which means you can't really go back to the main deck. I forget what Sector 2 even links to. Actually, it doesn't link to anything, I don't think, right? Yeah, so you're stuck. But I did get this pickup. I don't think Sector 2 links to any of the other sectors, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm tempted. Let me see this really quickly. There we go. Let's see this. Oh no, it does. Oh shit, I never knew this. Oh, this is cool. There you go. Oh shit. Where is it? I literally just opened it and I already forgot. It's up. It links to Sector 4. I feel like I've done this before, but I don't know why I'm blanking on it. This wall is screw attack wall. Where in Sector 4? Oh, you're serious? Yeah, I've done this before. I remember this now. It's this big vertical climb. But other than that, not a huge reason to come back here, really. And then that links to Sector 6. I guess they all link in a circle, which makes sense because that's how they're shown on the map. Funny because I said before I'm never going to come back here. Really, it's Sector 5 I'm looking to get to, which I think you can get to from Sector 6. No, it's leading to the restricted lab. Let's see, does Sector 6 have an exit? I'm sure some of this probably comes in handy somewhere. Yes, it does. I remember this. Yes, you can. You go right through here. That's so cool. I haven't really done this in years to kind of like mess around at the end of the game. Because there's no real reason to. Like, you don't get anything from it other than just being able to explore. It's just to like go back to earlier areas or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, isn't it? You got a couple of different exits. I don't know where all those exits lead to. That leads to 4, I think. That leads to 3? Yeah, we'll go to the 1 and 3, and then we'll probably come back, because 3's data center is pretty far, and I don't really want to do that. Because I know there's screw attacks here. There's like a whole puzzle, like you need to speed boost or something. It's like the true end game, basically. Right? Yeah, this is screw attack. Which is a little messed up, because you actually have to leave the room to reset the floor. Oh, and I never got this. Okay. Well, now I did. Yeah, because it's a various suit upgrade, and who really cares? At this point, who really cares? guess you could get in here, but then you would see all this extra stuff and you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. Maybe you can. Oh, okay, never mind. You can. Alright, we'll leave via Sector 3. There's no reason to hang around doing this. So what do I have? 215? So what is that, like 6 missile expansions I missed, and maybe like a power bomb expansion I didn't get? 1 or 2? We know, I think one of those missile expansions is in Sector 4. I'm not going back for it though. So I'm actually not too far, and then 3 energy tanks somewhere. So I'm not too far off from getting everything in this game. Someday I gotta like rewatch one of these streams I've done and literally check off every power I get and then see what I haven't gotten. Alright, anyway. Dudes, yeah. Of course they did. They will try to control the X. Oh no. Evil galactic body wants to have bad projects that they can't control. What will happen? They will all die. Hey Samus, thanks for letting them know all about the plasma beam and all these Chozo upgrades. That's totally that should literally be in Metroid 5. Should be you against like parts of the Galactic Federation having a civil war. That would be dope. And now they basically spell it out for the audience. Obviously, if they can infect humans, they will literally infect everyone. It'll spread like a plague. And thank you, Chozo, for not warning everyone about it. Although I guess if you warned everyone about it, this would have happened faster. So who knows? Cool. Can't do anything. Open the hatch. Yeah. This is like the 3rd time he's been mentioned in this game. He would understand that some must live and some must die. He knew what it meant. He made that sacrifice once. And then, you know, other M came along. How foolish. Yeah, we have to slam it into SR-388. Which, when you look at it, the station is not that big in comparison to SR-388. So it must be like a super nuke. It's like a Death Star explosion. I like this moment, though. This is my favorite moment in the story. Not just because Samus has that realization, but distinctly because of what he says. He completely goes against it, and then he throws in any objections, lady. That to me is like the coolest way to end this game. I love how they ended on that note. He never says anything different after that. But it's kind of like a cool like culmination, because like the stuff at the start of the game finally comes home to roost. It's like, oh, you get all this cool music. I think this plays over everything besides the final fight now. This is a really cool moment. It's like, oh, you know you would have to do this, this, and this to actually do that, right? Like the machine coding overwrites its orders. And that's what I mean, like Metroid 5 has like so much potential from a storyline standpoint. Because it's like, oh, Samus betrayed the Federation again. And they, you know, obviously, I don't think a lot of people are going to be too thrilled about that. But it's never happened. They never made a sequel. I got some slow down on that. So I mean, Metroid 5 has so much, like, it's not like Half-Life 3 levels, because they've added other Metroid games, but my god. And I mean, there was a Half-Life game that came out this year. I keep forgetting that it did come out, because it was there and it was VR only, and now I don't really see anyone talk about it. So I'm disappointed at that. I feel like they should have just made a normal Half-Life game and maybe had a VR project. They only had 12 years to do it. I remember when the general theory was that episode 3 would be out by... Oh, I didn't save, did I? Do you save before you do the final fight? Yeah, let me save, because I might want to come back to this file. And if I don't save, I have to restart from somewhere else. Let me do that real quick. Because once you go up there, since this is the only, I think the only other time in the game you can get to the navigation deck, might be wrong on that. You can't use that save room, which makes sense because you can't, I mean, there's no reason, right? Like, you're already at the point of no return. I'm actually kind of lucky they let you go back down that elevator. I remember people said, oh, Half-Life Episode 3 will be out in 2009. Then it was like 2010, and it was 2011, then it was 2013, and then it just became a meme where it was never coming out. And now the year's 2020, so it's like, if you actually waited up for that, I feel bad for you. Alright, I kind of hate this fight. I think the most important thing to do is to get back to ground level first. Ooh. What? Yeah, you gotta try to not jump as much as possible. Because the SAX is trying to butt heads with you with the screw attack. Oh my god. This is kind of bad. That could actually be a good strategy. You lure him into the narrow corridor. Alright. That's actually a pretty average run, I think. This part's easy. It's kind of like what happens to Nemesis, actually, in Resident Evil 3. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight was half inspired by it a little bit. Right? Yeah, I think you're immune to beams when you jump in the screw attack, which is pretty nice. If you could get it to reliably come out. Alright, get out of here. Thank you. So that's pretty much the end of the game. Because the remainder of the game is not that difficult.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination.
Now, I want to try something, and it may result in me dying. But I'm going to not heal at the recharge station, because you get hit to 1 HP anyway. So I want to see, I think it's game mandated that you go to 1 HP. I don't think you need to have full health to resist it. Normally I just stop in the recharge station, just because it's right there, and that's what I did when I was a kid. I was like, oh, obviously I'm going to heal on my way back to the final fight. But I'm actually curious if you just flat out die if you don't have enough. I don't think you do. Even though there's like no enemies on the way back, I don't think you die if you do that. Maybe I'll get a better SAX run, because butting heads is not good. Remember when they said they were breeding Omega Metroids? What is it? You can get killed if you walk into the Omega too early. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna walk into the Omega. I'm gonna get hit by him. Because that's how you do the cutscene attack. I don't know how low is too low. We're about to find out. Nope, survived. But I guess that makes sense. It probably does a minimum of like 5 energy tanks, maybe? And this gives you a full recharge anyway.
2 minutes to destination.
I had a perfect fight against the Omega Metroid one time. I made it step back every time it was about to actually hit me. I think he has to walk forward first before you can make him step back. Shit. I'm pressing down. Yeah, like that. If you could just get like the perfect sweet spot, you could just constantly force him to step back. Ah, come on. Gone. That might be one of my worst fights against him too. And the one nice thing about this part of the game is you can see you got the ice beam. It's pretty sweet. And the suit doesn't change. Alright. That's all you get. Yeah, GG, I love this game. I love this game so much. I know it's probably the most linear Metroid ever, but I think it has a really good story. And it's really fun. Yeah, that itty-bitty station destroyed that whole planet. So that's the second major planet in the series that gets blown up. That's what I mean, like, where's Metroid 5 gonna go? It has to go on a completely new place. There's no more Zebas, there's no more SR-388. I mean, there's other planets in the Prime series, but as far as the 2Ds are concerned, every single planet has been destroyed. Or rather, both of them, I guess. And it's such an interesting concept. Like, now the computer is rebelling, it's with Samus. Samus is probably going to be hunted for doing this, because she, you know, destroyed the Galactic Federation stuff and a whole planet again. That's why I was a little disappointed that Other M just kind of ended up being like Fusion 0.5. It's like almost the same idea. You have sectors. It's basically almost the same principle. Hey, it's a hidden galactic research station where they're doing something they totally shouldn't be. The only difference is there's no X. It's just the deleter. I mean, Nightmare was kind of cool, if difficult. And honestly, I wasn't super salty by the whole, what's it called? The part of the fight where you, or the part of the game where you have to do the superheated room. That kind of makes sense. But I agree that the whole idea, like, they should have just had her lose her power-ups. I don't know. It would have made more sense from a story standpoint. It's like, oh, I have the ability to not take damage to this, but I'm going to listen to Adam. They lent me a hand. I love it. I like this game's art too. I also like that the Fusion bonus gallery is in Zero Mission, I think. Alright, I don't think you can skip this. Can you? No. Hey look, it's Sakamoto. Hey look, it's Sakamoto, scenario and story. So he writes this, he is the most wishy-washy person I can think of at Nintendo. But yeah, I love this game. It's definitely in my top 10 favorite games of all time. You know, I think about that list of top 10 games, like I think Pikmin 2, I think Metroid Prime 1, I think Mario Sunshine, I think this game, what else? It's hard to really think on the fly. I think Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is one of my favorite games. And then it's a little bit blurry from thereafter. Like, I would rather rate my favorite games by, like, tier lists. Because I feel like tier lists you can be flexible with, right? You don't have to have an ironclad listing of games that you really like. So, like, there's a lot of games that go in my A and my S tiers based on when I first played them and how fun they are. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think, did Bill Trennan do any work on this game? He did work on some game I played recently on stream, and I was like, wow, he's been there a long time. I forget if it was this game or not, though. Probably not. He has been at Nintendo a long time. I don't know when he became a meme. Rest in peace, Iwata, by the way. It was ages ago, though. I would love for this game to get a sequel someday. Like, I don't know if it should be 2D. I would love for it to be like perfected Metroid Other M, because I really like that. I thought that 3D gameplay was cool. Just needed more refinement because it needed a better controller. But oh well, whatever. We take what we take. We get Justin Bailey, by the way. This is like my average time too, is Justin Bailey. See, it's funny, it's 1 hour 49 because this stream has been live for an extra hour over that. See you next mission. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. What time is it even? Like 2 in the morning, I guess? Yeah, it's like 3. I'll probably waste time and then go play Final Fantasy 14, I guess. Alright, cool. Actually, if I don't start a game and overwrite this, I'm gonna lose this save file. Yeah, I was 1 minute faster than my best, actually, and tied with this, which means I did better because I got like an extra energy tank. So what I'll do is I'm gonna start a new game, and I'm gonna use the overwrite feature. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty much done with the stream because I just wanted to stream once today. Jefferson G, thank you for stopping by. I do playthroughs, podcasts, reviews on YouTube. Same place as their same name as my Twitch. I stream a bunch of different games on my Twitch as well. Tomorrow I'm streaming Mario Sunshine. After that, I don't know, probably Wind Waker, maybe. Not sure if I'm going to do a full playthrough of Wind Waker, but thank you for joining me for arguably my favorite game of all time. And definitely a game that I really enjoyed as a kid. You know, it's one thing to stream a modern game. It's another thing to stream a game that I love so much and I played so much over the years, because it matters to me a lot. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. I wish it was on more consoles so people could, you know, maybe be more exposed to it. I'd love for it to get a remake. I like that Samus Returns kind of hints that they might remake it at the end with the X-Parasites, or I don't know if it's just to establish chronology, but it would be kind of cool to get a remake of Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. But yeah, I love these games. They're sterling diamonds, and that's the true destruction of the classic shit, by the way. So that's what I mean. Like a sequel, would Samus get back her normal look, like with the space pad or the shoulder pads on her suit? Will she get back her actual original ship, or is she forever stuck in this new ship and new suit? Because it's unclear if she ever got it back. It's one of those weird things, because the fusion suit and the unnamed suit, which is what I think the orange suit is called, is never given a true name at all, because you only see it for maybe what, 2 minutes of gameplay, 2 minutes in the outro. Who knows? I don't know. It's like F-Zero. I always wondered if F-Zero GX would get a sequel, and I mean, I think we have a better chance of Metroid 5 than F-Zero. When they finally release an F-Zero game, they have like almost over a decade and a half of hype to live up to. But I mean, that means they can also just deliver anything by providing anything more than the default racing experience. Just have a story mode. Also have a beat 'em up mode, I think. Get like Platinum to make a beat 'em up mode. That'd be kind of cool. Platinum make a beat 'em up, because they had a Kirby game on the Switch. I didn't really like it though. I thought Kirby wasn't that great, I'll be honest. Kirby was kind of it exists, right? Like, I could say that. Like, I beat Star Allies in one day. It did not have the worlds I think needed. Meanwhile, I like the Yoshi game. Yoshi's Crafted World was pretty lit. I like Yoshi's Crafted World. Maybe I'll play Zero Mission in like a month, just to play that too. And then after that, I don't know. I don't really play any other Metroid games on my Wii U besides the trilogy. I like Metroid Prime 2. I want to replay Metroid Prime 2 because I replayed Prime 1 earlier this year. So I'll play Prime 2. But I don't know if I'll play Prime 3. I'm not as attached to Prime 3 as I was the other two. Because at least Prime 1 and 2 I kind of grew up with. Prime 2 came out when I was in 5th grade, so I remember playing a lot of that. So I mean, like, dying to the Alpha Blog. The Spider Guardian was another one. I never really died to the Boost Guardian. I was kind of lucky in the Boost Guardian. Which apparently that was like a big one that everyone said was super hard. I didn't really have trouble with that one. It's hard. It's hard no matter when you fight it. Because even if you have all the pickups, you're constantly losing HP anyway. Yes, okay. And now I will overwrite my save. Oh, I almost loaded the save point. Alright, well. And that's that. Quick, clean, or rather, quick, short, and dirty. Well, you know what? I like the game. What else? What was the other game I said I have here that I never played? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I want to relearn Aria of Sorrow. That's a game I want to relearn. It's never going to happen, but I can at least pretend it. It will. Oh, I wanted to play Tactics Advance, actually, on a stream. I have not played this in ages. This was a game I played so much of when I was a kid. It's one of the games that got me into JRPGs as a whole. This and Tales of Symphonia. What is the last... What is this? I haven't played this in over a year, since June 17th. Not this stream, but I definitely will replay it, or play it again. I love that game. That's one of my favorite games, too. So, I mean, I gotta make a tier list of all the games I really like. We'll get to it at some point. But today's not that day, and I'm probably gonna go cook something. So, thank you all who joined. Whether you're gone or still here. Probably gone. Ah! I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then, I don't know, kill time. And then be semi-unproductive regardless. And I'm glad I didn't have to find a charging cable for my Wii U controller. That would have been kind of annoying, but that does remind me that I do need to find one, period. And yeah, take it easy, Jefferson G. Hope to see you on a later stream at some point. Oh, shit. Wii U or Switch immediately comes up. Very nice. And I will see you later, so peace.
I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it.
I kid you not, Cloud. He turns himself into a pickle. He's called Pickle Rick. Funniest shit I've seen.
Get help.